The streets of Lisbon were bustling with activity as tourists and locals mingled in the city's historic squares and cobblestone alleys. The air was filled with the aroma of freshly baked pastel de nata, and the distant sound of street musicians added a charming backdrop to the lively scene. Yet, in a quiet corner near an old cafe, sat a boy named Lucas, barely 16, clutching a worn-out Cristiano Ronaldo jersey that had clearly seen better days. Lucas's life had taken a cruel turn. Before the tragedy, he had lived a simple yet joyful existence with his parents in a modest home on the outskirts of Lisbon. His father, a devoted football fan, often took him to local matches, fostering Lucas's love for the sport. His mother, a school teacher, nurtured his curiosity and love for learning, filling their small home with books and encouragement. Everything changed 2 years ago, when a car accident claimed his parents' lives in an instant. Lucas was only 14, left standing on the roadside as emergency responders arrived. With no relatives willing to take him in, he quickly found himself navigating the harsh realities of life on the streets. The once vivid dreams of playing professional football faded into a constant struggle for survival. Even in those bleak times, he clung to his father's last gift, a Ronaldo jersey given to him on his birthday shortly before the accident. The jersey became a symbol of hope and resilience, reminding him of better days and a brighter future he still dared to dream of, despite the odds. Every frayed thread of the fabric carried memories of his father's belief in him, fueling his determination to press on. The jersey he wore was his most prized possession, a gift from his father on his 14th birthday. Though the fabric was tattered, it symbolized hope and resilience for Lucas, who idolized Ronaldo, not just as a footballer, but as a symbol of overcoming adversity. That afternoon, Lucas was sitting on a bench, observing the world go by. His eyes glimmered with unspoken dreams as he watched children playing football in a nearby park. Suddenly, a sleek black car pulled up near the cafe. From it emerged none other than Cristiano Ronaldo himself, clad in a casual yet impeccably stylish outfit. He was hard to miss. Lucas's heart skipped a beat. Was it really him? The man who had inspired him through countless matches and interviews? Ronaldo had come to the cafe for a quiet coffee, but fate had other plans. As he glanced around, his eyes fell on Lucas. The boy's jersey caught his attention instantly. Noticing the faded name and number on Lucas's shirt, Ronaldo felt a pang of emotion. Here was a boy who had clearly been through hardships, yet his devotion to his idol remained unwavering. Ronaldo approached him, his towering figure casting a shadow over the bench. "Hi there," Ronaldo said warmly, his voice filled with genuine kindness. Lucas looked up, his eyes widening in disbelief. "Cristiano Ronaldo," he stammered, barely able to find his words. Ronaldo smiled and nodded. "That's me. What's your name?" "Lucas," the boy replied, his voice trembling. Ronaldo gestured to the jersey. "I see you're a fan. That shirt has seen a lot of action, hasn't it?" Lucas nodded, suddenly feeling self-conscious about his appearance. "It's all I have left from my dad. He gave it to me before he passed away." The sincerity in Lucas's voice tugged at Ronaldo's heart. Without a second thought, he sat down next to the boy, much to the astonishment of passers-by. "Tell me more," he said, his tone encouraging. Lucas hesitated at first, but soon found himself pouring out his story. He spoke of his parents, his struggles on the streets, and his dream of becoming a footballer despite the odds stacked against him. Ronaldo listened intently, nodding occasionally, his expression a mixture of empathy and determination. "You're strong, Lucas," Ronaldo said when the boy finished. "Life hasn't been easy for you, but you've kept your dream alive. That takes courage." Lucas felt a surge of hope. Those words coming from his hero felt like a lifeline. Parting, Ronaldo handed Lucas his phone number. "Stay in touch," he said, "and don't give up." As Ronaldo walked away, Lucas couldn't believe what had just happened. For the first time in years, he felt like someone genuinely cared about him. Back in his luxurious home later that evening, Ronaldo couldn't get Lucas out of his mind. The boy's story resonated deeply with him, reminding him of his own humble beginnings in Madeira. Ronaldo's childhood had been marked by financial struggles, but he had been fortunate to have a supportive family and the right opportunities. He decided he couldn't just walk away from Lucas's plight. Picking up his phone, Ronaldo called his personal assistant, Sofia. "I need you to find out everything about a boy named Lucas," he said. "He's homeless and lives near that cafe in Lisbon. And, Sofia, let's do this discreetly." Over the next few days, Sofia worked tirelessly to gather all the information Ronaldo needed. She started by visiting the cafe where Ronaldo had first met Lucas, discreetly asking the staff if they knew anything about the boy. Inquiries led her to a few locals who had seen Lucas around the neighborhood. One elderly shopkeeper remembered Lucas often sitting behind an old bookstore, where he seemed to take shelter at night. Determined to confirm this, Sophia decided to visit the area herself. As she approached the bookstore, she noticed a small makeshift shelter, crafted from cardboard and old blankets, tucked away behind the building. Quietly observing from a distance, she saw Lucas sitting there, reading a tattered book by the light of a dim street lamp. The sight struck a chord in Sophia. This boy, despite his hardships, still sought solace in learning and imagination. For the next few days, Sophia spoke to more people, piecing together Lucas's routine. Learned he often practiced football in an abandoned lot nearby, using a deflated ball he had salvaged from the trash. His dedication was evident. Even with such meager resources, Lucas spent hours honing his skills. Sophia carefully documented everything and shared her findings with Ronaldo, her voice filled with admiration as she recounted the boy's resilience. "He's not just surviving, Cristiano," Sophia said during their call. "He's striving, even in the face of all this adversity." Despite his circumstances, he spent hours practicing football in an abandoned lot, using a deflated ball he had found in the trash. Ronaldo's respect for the boy grew. He saw in Lucas a spark, a raw talent waiting to be nurtured. He called his childhood coach, Miguel, and explained the situation. "I want you to assess him," Ronaldo said. "If he's got potential, we'll make sure he has everything he needs to succeed." Miguel agreed, intrigued by Ronaldo's passion for the cause. The next day, Ronaldo returned to the cafe and found Lucas in his usual spot. "Lucas," Ronaldo said, his voice filled with excitement, "how would you like to train with a professional coach?" Lucas's eyes widened. "Are you serious?" he asked, barely able to contain his joy. Ronaldo nodded. "Very serious. But remember, this is just the beginning. You'll have to work harder than ever." Lucas's heart swelled with gratitude. "I'll do whatever it takes," he promised. Lucas's first training session with Miguel was both exhilarating and grueling. The coach was impressed by the boy's natural skill, but emphasized the importance of discipline and teamwork. "Talent will only take you so far," Miguel said after their session. "Your mindset and work ethic will determine the rest." Over the following weeks, Lucas dedicated himself to his training. Ronaldo often stopped by to check on his progress, offering tips and encouragement. "Remember, Lucas," Ronaldo said one day, "every goal I've scored started as a dream. Yours can too." Lucas's transformation was remarkable. Under Miguel's guidance and Ronaldo's mentorship, he grew stronger, faster, and more confident. The deflated ball he once practiced with was replaced by state-of-the-art equipment, but his humility remained intact. Word began to spread about the homeless teen training under Cristiano Ronaldo's watchful eye. Local clubs started taking notice, and soon Lucas was invited to join a youth team. For the first time in years, he felt like he belonged. Months turned into a year, and Lucas's hard work paid off. He became a standout player on his team, catching the attention of scouts from professional clubs. His dream of becoming a footballer was no longer just a distant hope. It was within reach. On the anniversary of their first meeting, Ronaldo invited Lucas to his home for a special dinner. Sitting across the table from his hero, Lucas couldn't hold back his gratitude. "You changed my life," he said, his voice choked with emotion. Ronaldo smiled. "No, Lucas, you changed your life. I just gave you a little push." That night, as Lucas walked back to his modest apartment provided by a local charity, he looked up at the stars and smiled. He knew his journey was far from over, but for the first time, he felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Ronaldo, watching Lucas leave, felt a deep sense of fulfillment. Helping the boy had reminded him of the power of kindness and the importance of giving back. As he closed the door, he resolved to keep looking for ways to make a difference, both on and off the field.